Welcome to 2geeks Current Events. This is episode 5 today. Shaw and Jim are stepping into the crosshairs of two major debates affecting us all. First, has your investment in liberal ideas actually paid off? We're looking at the cities led by progressive icons to ask if those leaders have actually made your community better, or if it's time for a new strategy. Then, we're breaking down the complex reality of the American identity. What does assimilation mean to you? Shaw will provide his perspective on the structural shift, while Jim gives his take on the cultural ground game. As always, we've got some jokes lined up to keep things light. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode.
Hi, Jim.
Saved and moisturized.
Hi, Jim.
Hello, Shaw. How are you? I am doing well.
Okay, we're gonna smoke a cigar today.
Yeah, that's.
I moisturize your cigar because I know you like your cigars wet and juicy.
Oh yeah,
right?
Definitely. Definitely has to be moist.
Okay, so I'm like, you know what? This guy likes it.
Whatever happened to strike anywhere matches?
The liberals passed a law saying
Too dangerous?
too dangerous for people.
I guess we're too stupid, huh?
We are stupid according to the liberals. Welcome back to 2 Geeks Current Events. I'm Shaw.
I'm Jim.
And today we're going to discuss some topics and hopefully you'll enjoy. The reason why we're making this podcast is to share our knowledge and have videos for our grandchildren in the future.
Yeah,
I suggest
absolutely.
anybody that's over 50, has kids or grandkids, make some videos because in the future when they look back, they could see how grandpa talked and why he was an asshole and why the grandkids are assholes, right? Like,
And his friends are.
this is why he was an asshole. So the other day, Jim, I was driving, and you know, this election's coming up, the midterms, but here in LA, we got also elections coming up, right?
Governor, yeah.
So one thing came out in my mind. I mean, you and I trade stocks and we invest our money and we see a growth in it, right? Whether wrong or right, we see the money grow, right?
Yeah. Well,
So
if you can withstand the roller coaster
the
ride.
roller coaster has been something that I've never seen in my life before. Up 20,000, down 40,000.
Yeah.
Up 100,000, down 20,000. Oh my God, it's heart attack, right? So I started thinking, I said, you know, in Los Angeles, people have been investing in liberal ideas, right?
Absolutely.
And these liberal ideas come in a form of the people we elect, the programs we push, right? So my question today on our first topic is, has the investment in liberalism worked here in Los Angeles or in most liberal cities? And I'll give you my take on it. Is that like you're laughing because you know it hasn't worked, right? And this is precisely the point, is liberalism investment into these people has not worked. And you could see it, you could smell it, you can taste it. And everybody that I know that have made a trip to downtown, either the Garment District, the Diamond District, the Gold District, or even just to watch a concert or go to a club, they all say the same thing. Downtown has become a shit show. And there is shit on the street.
Oh, no
and
kidding.
there is piss on the street. And not too long ago, I personally saw with my own eyes this lady, homeless lady, in the middle of the sidewalk, take down her shorts and start defecating.
Start what?
Defecating, you know.
Oh yeah,
start
yeah.
pooping.
Yeah, no, there's been videos out there of that happening, and of course they always kind of like blur it a little bit, but like you can't
Well, we know
tell.
what it is.
Yeah,
So what do
right.
you think? How long can we invest or can California keep investing in these policies that are going nowhere?
Well, I mean, the policy that we're gonna supposed to electrify by 2035 is bull. And it's bullshit because of the fact that now California gas prices are $7 on average. And the reason is that we're importing oil when we have all the oil here.
No, it's become crazy here. It's really become. 76 is moving out. Shell is moving out.
Yeah.
They're closing plants because the regulations.
Apple is moving out.
Is Apple moving
Apple is moving out
from Cupertino?
from Cupertino,
Where are they going?
Texas, I think.
When?
Well,
This is news to
this
me.
is what I heard yesterday.
No, is it? It's just a talk, or it's,
No, even Newsom's getting all sick about it because.
what are they gonna do about the Infinity Building? They're gonna maybe like it.
Yeah, maybe
You know, I don't doubt it. It has engines. It's gonna go. Boom.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, like it's gonna be like the air show from Apple. Witness the greatest movement of wealth from Cupertino to nowhere, Texas.
Texas and Florida are becoming the best states to be in, I guess.
Texas and so last week I was in Miami, as you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Miami is a very interesting place because it's a different kind of Latinos there. Mostly Dominican Republic.
Yeah, and Cubans.
Cubans. Lot of
Who fled communism to come here and are probably the best Americans.
Oh my
in
God!
town.
There was Caribbean blacks, right? And I tell you, the Cubans that I was talking to, they fucking love this country.
Yeah.
Okay? They hate California and New York, but they fucking love this country.
Man,
And
Look at Marco Rubio.
amazing. So this is precisely the thing. In Florida, their investment has been conservative,
Yes.
right? And it's paying
Very
off.
conservative.
There's so much construction there. Miami, the places at least I went, was very clean. I did not see any encampments of homelessness, and if there was, maybe they were moved, but I didn't see zero. And it's a very interesting place where the new money and the old money mixes. Okay, and there is so much. I mean, the mindset over there is to work, stop complaining, and just make it happen.
Yeah, add to the country. Be an asset.
That's right. That's right. Be an asset. So, people watching this, what do you think? Has the investment in liberalism, I can't even say it correctly. It doesn't even roll off my tongue.
No.
Liberal ideas, liberalism work. And if you say yes, what are the points that you're going to make that it does? Because here in California, in Los Angeles, mind you, we spend $10 billion or $20 billion. I don't know what is somewhere in that range, right? We spend it on homelessness, okay, to fix homelessness.
Yeah. We
Jim.
could give everybody $1 million.
Jim, there are, technically, according to the LA law, LA government, there's only 50,000 homeless, but they say it's about 125,000. Okay, let's just make it an even 100,000. If we give these people every month $5,000, okay?
That's more than I make.
That's more than you make. And that 5,000, half of it goes to an apartment, the other half goes into their pocket. Whether they do drugs or not, I don't give a fuck, right? Let them do drugs. But they're not homeless anymore. They're doing it in an apartment.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be $20 billion.
No way near.
We're going to save.
But the thing is that you got to understand that the $20 billion comes in and it goes to a committee, and the committee decides as to where it's going to go. So they create another committee that decides that what part of that is going to go where.
Correct.
And then another committee and another committee and another committee until it gets to the bottom, and then they got $5 left.
Well, you know,
they say here.
Yeah.
The government wants to help.
Yeah. I think what it is this money that they spend It's basically to give those Ivy League graduates a job
Yeah.
to push paper and come up with ideas on how to solve things. Okay, you've been in your business for over 30 years, right?
40.
40 years. I've been in business by myself for 25 years, right? The one thing that I know is I've had people come to me in this office and I say they want to consult me, right?
Yeah.
I want to consult you in your business, you could bring in more revenue, blah blah blah, right? And there's one question I ask them, maybe two. The first question is, when was the last time you ran a business?
Yep.
Okay? Second question is, did you sell that business at a profit? Right?
The answer
Both
is, this
answers-
is my first business.
The answer is always, I've never ran a business. So, motherfucker, if you haven't run a business, how are you going to consult me on how to run a business?
Especially when you've been successful for 20 years.
Right? So the question is the same thing. These people go to Karen Bass and
Yeah.
say, oh, I graduated from Harvard understanding human psychology and how to get them off the street, and I have a PhD. Great, how much you want? I want $5 million to study why these people are homeless and why they're in the street. And then after that, I want another $10 million to create an NGO so we could try to get these people off the street. Well, $1 billion later, they're still trying to figure it out.
Well, I mean, talk about figuring it out. We got a high-speed rail that has no tracks.
That's another example of investing in a liberal idea that didn't go nowhere.
And tipped literally.
We actually,
Nowhere.
we actually have high-speed rail. It's called Southwest Airlines.
Yeah.
Okay? Remember it was $50 to go
To go
to San
to
Francisco,
Francisco.
and $50 to come back? Okay? I mean, you could...
It's more expensive by bus.
It is. You could technically, in the morning, take off from LAX, land in San Francisco, enjoy breakfast, enjoy lunch, have a cocktail, get on a plane at 8 o'clock, come back to LA for $100. Round trip.
Round trip, and you'll have a nice day in San Francisco if you want to call it a nice
That
day
was
these days.
that was our this high-speed rail. In fact, how much we spend on rail so far?
I had $7 billion or something.
$7
crazy.
billion. They should have bought planes from Boeing
Yeah.
and donated to Southwest and tell Southwest, okay, since you don't have plane or you could only have maintenance, you not have to buy this, cut your fares to like $20 a round trip.
Yep.
And I would vote for that.
Oh, heck yeah. But the problem is that logic doesn't exist in our system that we've got right now, because these liberals are just plain illogical. I don't understand.
First of all, do they have logic?
Do they have a brain? To have
They have
logic?
They have a brain, but that doesn't mean the brain works properly.
Yeah, well,
Right? Some of us think, some of us daydream.
yeah.
These people, I don't know what they do.
Well, I mean, like I was telling you a little while ago, when was the last time you saw a trans woman go into a man's bathroom?
So a woman that's transitioning to be a man
Right.
and then goes to a man's bathroom,
Yeah.
no, she probably goes to a woman's bathroom.
Why do trans men always want to go to women's bathrooms?
Because they're perverts.
Is that a mental illness?
It's a mental illness, but by nature, men are perverts.
Well, yeah, no, I agree, but it's
It's mental illness for sure.
and it's still crazy because the liberals are all upset because we won't let the women go into the the trans women go into the women's bathrooms when there's kids in there.
Well, that's another liberal investment that has failed, right? It's a bad investment.
Terrible investment.
It's a bad one because the liberals invested in the idea that everybody should buy into the fact that a very minority, I'm telling you, a very small amount, think that they are women, right? And then they want to go to a woman's bathroom. And the fact is that no, if you have a sausage, you cannot go to taco. Have you ever seen a sausage inside a taco? No, it tastes terrible.
Might as well have a hot dog.
It's like, what? What are you selling? This is a new concept. There's actual sausage inside the taco. Why? Why? Because the sausage thinks it's a taco.
Oh, the taco thinks it was.
Okay, you know what? You know what? I'll take the taco wanting to be a sausage because regardless, I can still beat it up, right? Like, you know, like, so what? You acting like a man? It's still a taco to me. Put a bag over there, right? But a sausage? I'm sorry. It's a sausage. A sausage. There's gonna be a sword fight between us, you know?
Yeah. No, we're gonna get a lot of comments because of this. I just know it.
Well, the thing is that.
And it's all gonna be liberals, you know that.
Well, the thing is that even though you have a bunch of mentally deranged, confused people after you, what are they gonna do? I'm a man.
That's exactly. What can you do?
And exactly, I thought I had freedom of speech in this country. I could say things what I want to say as long as I don't burn something or kill somebody or promote hate in the sense that someone will go. I'm not telling people to go beat up these people.
No.
I'm just saying.
No. I accept whatever they want to be. You can be whatever. The point is, just don't throw it in my face and don't make me want to approve of it.
Well, you and I identify as assholes, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we go around promoting our assholeness to people.
No.
It's just the attitude we carry with ourselves.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm sure anybody...
Well, technically, almost all men are assholes.
That's right. That's it. But if you identify, that's a different level of asshole.
And it's in a way, it's kind of proving the fact that you know who you are.
And you know what? You do want men to be assholes because the society is so weak right now. You know, I think here's another liberal investment that has turned out to be bad. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Some people may disagree, but as soon as we invented oat milk, men become weak. Like what the fuck is oat milk?
Well, I mean, it went from whole milk to 2% milk
To skim milk.
1% milk to skim milk to now it's white water.
No, I mean, what the fuck is oat milk? It doesn't taste like milk. And I'm telling you,
And almond milk?
I'm telling you, since oat milk became a thing, men became weak.
Yeah.
Because we're not drinking the stuff we should be drinking, which is whole milk.
Well, if you look at it really, have you noticed that the food pyramid got inverted all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Why? Because we've been talked into bullshit.
Nonsense, yeah.
We've been talked into, oh, you can't do that because it'll cause this and this and this. And yet, of all the butter, I think of butter, they're not butter. Butter is probably the best of all of them.
Yeah. I can't believe it's not butter. That was the butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not butter. And of all of the butters, butter is the best for your body.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. Some of the things that they're trying to cut us out from.
Well, these are all liberal investments.
Yeah.
Okay? Liberal investments. And the reason why some of these things came about, like skim milk or 2%, is because they were making butter out of the whole milk, right? Mm-hmm. And they had waste, right? Because whatever is left, like the skim of the milk, what's left, it's basically sugar, right?
Yeah.
So they used to throw that away, right? And what they used to do is when they threw it in the rivers, it used to kill fish or whatever that was in the river, right? Or lake. So then the government passed the rules that you can't dump this.
You can't do that, yeah.
So then they said, what should we do with all this crap? We just can't put it anywhere. So they said, hey, why don't we sell it as a healthy alternative to...
Yeah,
you want to lose weight?
It kills fish. That's
you want to lose weight? Drink skim milk. But in fact, it's bad for you. You're just drinking pure sugar with no nutrition.
And then you wonder why your A1C is like through the roof, and then they want to put you on Ozempic.
And it's crazy. I mean, I love the fact that the marketing tactic is so great. Since what, the 90s, we've been promoting healthy shit in this country, right? Even McDonald's came out with salad, mixed salad, and salad wrap, and shake the salad, right?
And the wrap, no buns.
That's right. And what happened was, when they came up with that idea, because the government was pushing, like, hey, you need healthy alternative or we're going to shut you down. What happened was, after they promoted that, they would throw away salad at the end of the day because it would rot. It would,
no, you can't.
It wasn't. So they said, wait a second, we can't sell. So McDonald's discontinued mixed salad. They're like, we can't do this. Nobody buys it.
No profit. And the company's not there to not to make profit. They're there to make profit.
I mean, we have to leave it to the individual. And you know what? If the individual wants to eat unhealthy and become fat, that's their problem.
Yeah.
Let them. If the individual wants to be healthy, they will cook for themselves. They will buy their own groceries. They will not go to fast food or whatsoever, right? But also the government, here's the problem with the liberal ideas in Los Angeles. You get welfare, okay, fine. I could understand that. People
some people need a...
But they're allowed to go to McDonald's.
Yeah, no, they're cutting that out, which is nice.
Now they're cutting it out?
They're going to cut out all the sugar and all the other
But
crap.
that's the problem. Like,
they were stacking it up with potato chips and soda and
so like,
Twinkies.
Or do you want EBT to survive, or do you want him to snack on junk food all day?
Junk food, yeah.
And McDonald's used to have a sign, we accept EBT.
Yeah.
Carl Jr. used to have a sign. If they discontinued it, good. But these people with EBTs that my tax dollars paid for would go buy junk food. And here I am cutting on Starbucks, cutting on going out so I could save some money. But these people are living it up.
There was one guy that was getting EBT, and he was a surfer and was having lobster for dinner.
He was a surfer. He was getting his EBT.
Yeah.
I wonder what the qualification is to go and get welfare. What do I need to do?
I don't think there is much.
Just show up and
show up and ask for it, I guess, at this point.
Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense. Some of these liberal ideas never make sense.
I call them liberal investments.
Yeah.
Imagine if this was a private company and the head of that private company was the head honcho making the decision on where to invest. At the end of the year, they're like, hey dude, we just lost $30 billion.
Well, look at what happened with wokeness. I mean, everybody's Hollywood putting out nothing.
No.
I mean,
nobody's watching it.
No.
No one wants to watch
and
it.
Everything they're putting out is junk.
It's crap. It's crap. And now they're crying that AI is going to do better. Of course AI is going to do better. You know why? Because a filmmaker like me could put a script up and it makes a movie, and if it does good, great. I didn't have to pay liberal actors. I didn't have to abide by the DEI thing. I didn't have to put a gay relationship in there.
Yeah.
I just
you
want
didn't have to get permits to get filming rights or anything else. No.
I just want a nice story to watch.
Yeah.
And the thing is, movies are escape from reality.
Of course they are.
Right?
That's why we go to them.
Right? And if I really want to watch a reality movie, I'll watch a documentary.
Yeah.
Right? But now we put these liberal ideas to the point that a Klingon came out as...
Yeah, gay Klingon.
Like a gay Klingon. Like, dude, it's space. It's like... I think Klingons have sex by touching each other with a hand. It wasn't like physically. I think when I remember was it Deep Space Nine or the other Star Trek with John Luke.
John Next Generation.
Next Generation. That Klingon, when he was in heat, when he went to have sex, they would like grab their hands and look at each other, and that's how they made it. So their sexual...
Must be.
So how does that work?
How do you become trans?
How the hell does that work? So,
look at what happened to the last Star Trek show. Academy lasted what, one season before
I didn't
the
watch it.
second season just they cut it off. I didn't watch it.
No, Jim. You know the thing is, Star Trek, the original Star Trek, right? Even was that the Next Generation, right?
Yeah.
They kind of stayed pure to the idea of space.
Yeah.
Right. And I watched Star Trek. I still watch the old one, right?
Yeah.
Because it's basically an escape from Earth.
It's a good way of showing what we could be.
That's right. And it's different races, different technologies
Yes.
meshing together, solving problems.
Yes, solving problems.
You
and
know?
everybody has an input.
Yeah. And that was the whole show. And it was interesting because they kind of like, what if we went here and people, what was the one show that everybody was, half was black, half was
Oh
white?
yeah, that was great.
Right?
Yeah, I'm black on the right and I'm white on the
Yeah,
left.
yeah, right? That was pretty
The other
great.
guy was the opposite, so no, he can't be. You can't trust him.
So they kind of like based it on things that happen on Earth in
Yeah.
a futuristic, kind of like trying to make fun of it, but also like, what if this was a thing?
Yeah.
What would we do? Right? How do we solve this
And
problem?
in the end, they ended up fighting forever.
Yeah, they couldn't solve that one.
They couldn't solve
Yeah.
their problem.
Yeah, and I think Captain Kirk said, well, this is how it is. Some things we cannot solve. We just
Yeah.
have to leave the society be.
Mhm.
And that comes back to what we have in the planet of Earth right now, right?
Yeah.
Certain societies, we just cannot promote our version of democracy on them.
Well, it's the same thing of the open border idea that we had. That's another liberal idea. And bringing all of these people that unvetted, unknowing who they are, and what they want to do, and we bring them into this country and they don't assimilate, they don't become part of this country, they don't add to this country, they take away from this country. I mean, look at Minnesota.
But Jim, all they want to do is have a better life in this country.
That's the excuse, but a better life is one thing. I work for my money. I don't go to the government and say, I'm going to open up a care center and I need $1 million.
Well, my take on that liberal idea of open border is that these people that want to work here, I'm all for immigration. Okay, I'm
I'm
a refugee myself.
You're an immigrant?
I'm a refugee to this country. I waited a year to get here. That's fine, right? I'm all for that. The problem I have with people walking over the border is that, yes, they work here and yes, they pay taxes, for example, like, and they don't do a tax return and all that. The problem is that there's an invisible tax that you and I pay.
Yeah.
And what is that invisible tax? That invisible tax is congestion, right? That invisible tax is if they have kids, their kids go to, well, of course they're going to live in low income places. So a person living, a legal citizen living in a local low income neighborhood, their kids go to that school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it was supposed to be 25 students in a class, now you got 35
40, yeah.
or 40, and those kids are illegal, but they're taking
they don't
advantage.
speak the language, so you gotta
Illegal.
figure
So
out.
your kid doesn't get a good education,
No.
right? The other invisible tax that people don't want to talk about is when you get sick, you go to the ER.
Yeah.
The ER has to fix you regardless. That's the rule in America,
That's
right?
the rule.
Who gets the bill?
You and I get the bill.
They don't pay.
No.
They get treated and let go, but like one night at the ER is minimum $3,000.
Easy.
Right?
Easy.
Right? One shot is $200.
Yeah,
They have
an
to-
aspirin could be $100.
But what I'm saying is, then you go to the same ER, and okay, how many of you guys been at ER? And in that ER, I think I ran out of memory. So our second topic today, which is very important. People ask me this. I've been asked this question. What does assimilation mean to you? What is your take, Jim? What does assimilation mean to you? And then I'll give you my take of what assimilation means to me.
Originally, in order to come into the country, you had to prove that you were not going to be dependent on the country, and that you had a job, and that you were going to be adding to the country.
Uh-huh.
That was the law. You couldn't. When I came in, it took us 4 years to come in. My dad was a doctor. He had a representative, a sponsor in the United States.
Someone to make sure that he has.
That had a job.
He
was
financially responsible
for it.
That's right, yeah.
What happened? Liberal ideas got rid of it.
No, I guess my question is assimilation into the American culture. Forget about financially.
No, but well, you still have to be. I mean, how can you come into a country? You're leaving a country that because of whatever reason, and you're coming to this country. You should come to this country in order to add to this country.
Correct.
And in order to add to this country, you can't be speaking the language that
Correct.
you came from. You
Correct.
gotta, like they used to say, when in Rome, do as the Romans.
Correct.
I mean, you can't.
Well, have you been to the DMV and take the test, written test?
Yeah, well, in 17 different languages.
Yeah, you could request. And here's the kicker, Jim. Here's the kicker, people. If you don't speak any of those languages, you could request a translator.
Really?
Yeah. And they will provide a translator for you that will read the questions and ask you to answer it. But how accurate is that? Like, meaning, can the guy...
I mean, it's been proven already. I mean, guys are making U-turns where they shouldn't be making U-turns. They can't
I
read.
see that
They
all the
can't
time.
read the signs.
I guess assimilation, that when I get asked the question, like, why haven't you people assimilated in this country? And I always say to them, assimilate into what? Like, my culture has to bend over to American culture, and if that's the case, what culture is that? Because where I come from, and even where you come from, your Mayan Aztec culture is much older than the USA culture, right?
By far.
My culture is 5,000 years old.
Yeah.
So when I came to this country, I mean, my dad used to dress like this back in the 60s. So I already was assimilated into modern outfits, right? That's what I saw. And when I came here, even though I didn't speak the language very well, I could fit in a sense, but then again, I brought my uniqueness to this country, which I believe people that come to this country enrich this country with their culture.
Yeah.
Like here in Los Angeles, technically we have food from every place on the planet.
Well, there's an old saying that chop suey was created in San Francisco.
That's right.
And it was created because a guy came in late in the afternoon and he says, I need something to eat. He says, well, I don't have anything. Well, then throw something together.
Well, look at this. I like Mexican food, right? So one of the things that people order in Mexican restaurant here is the sizzling fajita, right? And a lot of Mexicans think that that's a Mexican dish. It's not. It's not. It was developed in Texas by a Mexican guy.
Yeah.
But it was like it's a mix. He had the beef.
Yeah.
He had the skillet, and I think he ran out of something. So he said, you know what? Boom. Throw this in. Bring it out hot. And like, what is this? Fajita. What the fuck is fajita? This is fajita. Oh my God, fajita. And guess what? What I learned. So I like history, right? Did you know that tacos is originally Arabic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at it, everybody has a form of taco.
No. So especially, so what happened was when the Spaniards came, okay, and they enslaved all the natives in the Yucatan or wherever, right? They said they were used to, because Spain was ruled by the Arabs for 700 years, they were used to shawarma, which was bread wrapped over
Chicken or meat. Yeah.
and with tahini sauce. And the local says, what is this? We don't have bread, right? They said, make us something like this. So the locals, what they did was they made the tortilla round,
Yeah.
and they put the meat on top. And because they didn't understand what tahini sauce was, they came up with salsa. They chopped up onions, tomatoes, and peppers, and then the cocineros would pick it up and go like this and eat it. So that's how taco originally was invented in Mexico. So imagine a culture 8,000 miles away got ruled by another culture. That culture came to South America, and they said, we're used to this kind of food, make me something. And then now tacos, I love tacos.
Yeah.
You love
Who
tacos.
doesn't?
LA has, in my opinion, LA has the best tacos.
Yeah.
And you could go to any corner, any truck, any guy cooking on the street.
Yeah.
I don't know where the meat comes from, but the tacos. Okay, I mean, you can literally spend a whole week in Los Angeles driving around and eat taco, and every single one of those tacos is delicious.
Yes.
You go on a taco tour for a whole week in LA,
Yeah.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you will
Never
still
have the same kind of
and you
taco.
won't have the same taco, and each one of those tacos is delicious.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, it's just amazing. And this is what I'm talking about, assimilation. People's culture come to this country, and we enrich in this country. In fact, I tell my white friends, if you want, because I get the question, why doesn't Muslims get assimilated in this country? And I said, okay, is your gardener, who's your gardener? Jesus, Marco, what's another Mexican name? Alberto, Julio.
Juan.
Okay, what's his name? Okay, so normally Jesus. Jesus is the number one, right? Okay, Jesus is your gardener? Yeah, okay. And what is the biggest holiday in America? 4th of July. Aside from Thanksgiving, but 4th of July is really...
Cinco de Mayo.
4th of July because it's a Independence Day for America.
Yeah.
I asked my white friends, how many times have you invited Jesus for a barbecue and a cerveza? And the answer is never.
Never.
How can Jesus assimilate to America if you don't give him what America is all about?
Yeah.
But in the same token, Jesus can invite you to his little fiesta, and you'll enjoy the margaritas, you'll enjoy the tacos, you'll dance, and you're like, oh my God, oh, this is so fun. Because you know why? Because you're a meatloaf sock. Tacos are good, kebabs are good, pho is good.
Well, getting back to the chop suey,
Yeah,
you added all of these ingredients, and at the end it tasted good.
Yeah.
Why? Because the ingredients mixed well together.
that's right.
And the only way to mix well together is to assimilate.
Hmm.
And to assimilate means that you have to have common issues.
That's right.
Like language.
That's right. Language is important.
Is the biggest.
It's really, and you know what? I believe, and maybe you agree with me, this concept of si habla español everywhere is hurting the Latino community.
Yeah, and press 2 for español.
What is that?
Press 2 for español.
That's right, press 2. There's never press 3 for Farsi,
No.
press 4 for Arabic,
No.
press 5 for Chinese.
No.
Those motherfuckers have to learn the language. And guess what? They kick ass.
Yeah.
Because they're forced to learn the language.
And then they get upset when an immigrant comes to this country, opens up a little market, and yeah, his name is Habib whatever, and he's profitable. And it's like, why is he profitable and we're not? Because he's willing to take risks that you're not.
You know, I think also what it is that the mindset, right? The mindset is that I have to make it, right? And a lot of the foreigners, I'll tell you from my people, right? My people, we're not in the idea of it's Friday night, I got a party.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
You understand? It's not like I gotta go buy myself a 6-pack of beer and drink and smoke and be drunk all weekend. Their concept is, okay, I made $100 this week. How can I double this next week?
Next week,
Right? And buying drinks and going dancing and partying is a waste. I shouldn't say waste of money because you have fun, but it's not a priority.
Yeah, like Starbucks is not a priority.
It's not. In fact, even to this day, as well as I do, I have a problem paying $3 for a cup of coffee.
But you can't go anywhere these days without paying at least
No,
$3 to $4.
what I'm
for a
saying
cup
is,
of coffee.
if I'm desperate, I'll get it.
Yeah,
But you know, I have a coffee machine here at work.
yeah,
Why do you think that is?
because you're cheaper.
Right? It's pretty 40 cents per cup. Okay,
Yeah,
it's not that.
they charge you $4 and then they keep refilling it. But how much is it really costing them?
Not much. Not much. And how many cups of coffee can you really drink? I mean, not everybody.
3.
2 max, 3 is like you're already shaking, right? But if I buy coffee every day at Starbucks or anywhere, let's say 7-Eleven, 7 is $2.50, right?
Yeah,
Okay, in 10 days, that's $25.
yeah.
In a whole month, that's about what, 50
That's
bucks,
$60.
right?
Yeah.
So I bought myself a $300 coffee machine, and I buy a pound of coffee, and I've had this coffee machine for 20 years.
Yeah. And you still have that 20-pound.
I still have the 20 pounds of coffee. It doesn't taste like coffee, but hey, it's still working. Call me cheap, but I like to spend in things that I like to enjoy. Like, I'll spend $8 on a cigar, but I don't smoke this every day.
No.
This
Yeah,
last-
no,
we-
you don't.
2 months ago we smoked, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm smoking this every day, right? Or let's say I take Jim out for dinner or lunch. I've been
Yeah.
taking him out for dinner, and I spend $60 on Jim, and you know he doesn't put out. I don't know how much I have to. How much do I have to spend? He doesn't. He hasn't even.
I'm not
He
trying.
hasn't even flashed me. So you know, like, dude. I mean, I take you out for lunch. He doesn't even hold my hand. Like, thank you, thank you.
I'll open the door for you.
And
That's it.
I'm not even called honey or send a text with a heart. Like, dude, like I need to. What the fuck? So much. See, my investment is not paying off with this guy.
I'm an asshole.
This is it. See, you have he identifies as an asshole, and an asshole friend won't even hold my hand. See this?
Nope.
This is what I have to deal with. He's not assimilating. Okay, you're not assimilating.
Assimilating to what?
I don't know.
You're
I
right.
don't know. Our relationship is just stale.
Oh, okay, honey.
You know, that sounds kind of weird. Stop it. Oh my God. I tell you, assimilation is, and you know, here's the problem also, is that these people that come to these countries, we all stick to our kind, right? That's
Yeah, they
by
tend
nature,
to
right?
yeah, they tend to merge into little pockets.
And when you stick to your own kind, you never grow.
You never grow. No,
You don't
stay.
grow.
You stay with your because you're staying with your kind.
Your mind doesn't change, your
No.
universe doesn't change, and then you look at the other side and say, those people are looking bad at me, instead
Yeah.
of saying, let me find out why they think this about me, and why don't I befriend them so they could tell them who I am, and maybe they can change a little bit, right? We can't change people
No.
100%, but we could understand from each other's, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
and we
like-
can try to point them in the better directions.
So when I went to Miami last week, right? I went to Little Havana,
Mm-hmm.
and I fit into the Cuban community because I was familiar with the Latino culture,
Yeah.
mannerisms, and respect, and what's good and what's sexy, right? I felt at home because here in LA, I'm surrounded by so many different kind of Latinos, and I have Latino friends. I have you, I have others, right? I have Felipe, the Latin lover. And I had, Latina girlfriends in the past, right? So it kind of worked out in Miami because I'm familiar with how the system, the food, the taste, the smell, right?
Well, you came you were much older when you came. I came when I was like 7 years old, so I came here knowing no English, got thrown into a state, Pennsylvania, where nobody spoke Spanish.
Really?
Nobody spoke Spanish. There was one guy that we found that spoke Spanish.
Even the American Mexicans didn't speak Spanish?
There weren't any.
Oh, there weren't any. They weren't coming.
No.
The economy was good in Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, it was basically, there wasn't this mass migration and coming into this country.
Mm.
And if you did want to come into this country, like I said, you have to have a lot of things.
Yeah.
I mean, it took us 4 years, and this was with a educated person.
So no Mexicans were speaking Spanish, or you didn't have a lot of Mexicans?
No, there were none.
So your friends were all
funny is that
Americans?
my dad found one guy that spoke Spanish, but he spoke it so chopped up between Mexican and English.
Yeah.
That he made a point to me. He says either you speak English or you speak Spanish.
Okay.
Don't talk like this guy.
Okay.
And it was like, okay. And like I said, when I came in, I had no English at all. So the first month was like difficult.
Yeah.
The second month started getting a little easier.
Yeah.
7 months later, I was starting to speak English.
Yeah. Because you were forced.
Since I was 7 years old.
Yeah, you were forced. And you know what? Well, I mean, going to the school system here, I started at grade 6, right? At grade 6, it was difficult for me to understand English, right? Even though I kind of had 20% of knowledge of it, it was still hard. But by grade 8, I was pretty much fluent.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it took a year for me to write, read, communicate, and then get better from
But you
there.
gotta want to.
I was forced, meaning I didn't have teachers that spoke Farsi to speak Farsi with me about a curriculum.
Yeah.
I had to, my ears and my eyes and my lips had to work together to understand.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I couldn't make friends, I couldn't go anywhere. I mean, watching movies, I had to understand what they're saying, right? So, little by little, to the point that even now with my family, my brothers and sisters, we talk in English because that's become our dominant language.
It's like your right hand.
Yeah.
It has to. I mean, if it doesn't, then you're really never assimilated.
I know people my age that came to this country at the same time as I did, as, Mexicans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their English is not as good as mine is.
No, and some of them refuse to. And it's crazy because it's like, I know Mexicans that don't speak English at all.
Really?
Yeah, and they've been here 40 years.
I get calls sometimes, for computer service, and they'll ask me, ¿hablo español? And I'm like, you're calling an American business, and you're asking them, do you speak Spanish?
And that's because you don't have a PS2 for español.
I don't have press 2. You know what I should do? I think most businesses should do this, especially small businesses like you and I. Press 1 if you want to pay our fees. Press 2 if you're broke and you don't want to pay our fees. And we'll get back to you. What did they press? 2. Okay, don't answer the phone. That should be the case.
Yeah.
Press 1 if you want to spend some money. Press 2 if you're shopping around. Right?
Oh, and there are a lot of them are shopping around. No, it's crazy. I mean, we get people in our business that say, gee, I'm going to be just like you in a few months. And then they call you 3 times a day to ask you the same question.
Talk about assimilation. Yesterday I got this call from this guy, and I could tell he was Southeast Asian. Like, the accent, I can't make it out. It was Cambodian or Vietnamese, whatever, but it was kind of, it's like, I have a window here and I try to repair it and it's not coming up. And I don't want to reinstall windows those because I'm gonna lose stuff. I said, did you try the repair? Yeah, I want repair. I said, what kind of software? He goes, it's a pharmaceutical software. I said, you mean a pharmacy? Yeah. I said, why don't you call the company that sold you? Oh, because we don't want to pay the. I said, okay. So I said, what is it exactly that you want to do? And he goes, well, what I want to do is I want to make sure that this works. I said, okay. So why don't you bring it to my office? I will first clone the hard drive, work on that hard drive, see if I can get the Windows. I said, which is the Windows 7, or Windows 10 or 11? He goes, no, it's Windows 7. I said, okay, it's probably much easier. He goes, well, how much is that going to cost me? I said, whether it works or not, you give me $200. And he goes, why that much?
Yeah.
And I said, well, how much do you think it should be? He goes, well, you know, is there something I could do? I said, why are you calling me if you could do it?
Yeah.
He goes, well, what software do you use to clone it?
Yeah.
I said, Acronis. Knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Right? But that shopping around, first, he's a pharmacy that doesn't want to pay the software company to give them another machine. That's first of all, right? Second of all, $200 seems to be too much for him for me to fix it. Maybe I can fix it, but I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Third, he's just shopping around to see if someone could charge him $50.
Yeah.
Okay, Jim.
And they'll
What can
find
you
a
get-
guy that'll charge you $50 and do nothing.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Who's going to charge you $50 to spend hours, godly amount of hours to make sure this works?
Some idiot that's trying to get started in a business or a friend of a friend.
But even then, you're actually hurting yourself for charging
It's
so
a
little,
business.
right?
What's crazy is that you and I are in a business where everything that we do for them and everything that they buy from us is deductible,
Mm-hmm.
which means they don't pay taxes on it.
A lot of people don't understand that concept.
No, they don't understand that concept.
They just think that, oh my God, you're charging so much. In fact, I just sold a server to this doctor. I'm not going to mention the name, right? But the doctor said, the assistant said, that the doctor wants to know if there's any places that you could cut the price. I said, to what? He goes, well, you know, you're charging $8,000 for the server and $1,500 for the setup. I said, yeah. And he goes, I said, what do you want me to take out? The memory? They want 32 terabytes of storage,
Yeah.
which is 16 gigs for data and other 16 gigs for backup, right?
Yeah.
So I said, what do you want me to take out? What do you want me to take out?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I said, ask the doctor, if I go to surgery and he says, to take out your kidney is $100,000, can I tell the doctor, hey, can you cut me a deal?
What if you don't get it a whole thing?
Yeah. Half of the kidney? And he's going to say, well, you have insurance. Okay, doc, you have tax write-off.
Yeah.
And this is the same doctor that complained that last year he had to pay $40,000 extra for taxes. So I said, you could have just refreshed the whole network and paid zero.
Yeah.
But didn't understand the concept. Like he
No.
thought that it's, and you know, the IRS, they want their money. There's not.
But that's the problem. The people don't understand. I mean, the fact that you can have zero taxes because you applied the deductions that you can do legally,
Yeah.
that concept is hard for them to understand.
I don't know.
And that's why you and I are in business, because we understand it.
You know, I really think that a lot of professionals that are like highly educated. Is it? Okay, I think it's only the top. It's only the top. It's only the top. I think the highly educated professionals, they're one-minded. They're good at their craft, but when it comes to other things, life, taxes, women, men, you know, treating employees and all that, I call it bad bedside manners. In this case, bad business ideas?
Listen, I know a bunch of doctors, and the biggest problem with them is that they always want to invest in stuff, but they have no idea what they're investing in.
And they're always losing.
You know, every time. I mean, obviously, my dad was successful. He was making a bench.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't believe how much money he was making then. And he died broke.
Yeah.
You know, why did he die broke? Because he would buy, like, for example, he bought a trailer park.
Why?
Spent all kinds of money. Because it's in Arizona and it was right next to the freeway. So he figured I'll make some money. So he spent all kinds of money refurbishing and getting it ready. And then he wasn't making as much money as he thought he was going to make. So he sold it.
At a loss.
Well, no, he made 1%.
Okay.
So hardly anything.
He could have made more money in the bank.
Yeah. The guy that bought it from him, I don't know what he did, but he tripled.
Yeah, of course, because he was a businessman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had an idea. He put up a big poster about 2.5 miles before it.
Amazing. Amazing. No, the thing is that financial education, financial IQ is important, especially if you're running a business. I don't care what kind of business you're running. It's important to have that financial mindset, because God said, "Move your ass, I will shower you with cash."
Yes.
On that note, we're gonna call it a day. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. We make this so you could enjoy and learn about our knowledge, our wisdom, or whatever
What
wisdom we
knowledge
have.
and what
Whatever.
wisdom.
I like to think we have some. I don't want to die knowing I didn't have any.
Yeah.
But
Well, we got proof now.
yeah, we have proof. We have proof. Subscribe, comment. I'm Shaw.
I'm Jim.
We'll talk to you later.
Hope you enjoyed this episode of 2 Geeks Current Events podcast with Shaw and Jim. Please take a moment to support this channel and subscribe. Thank you again for your time.